Hello, my name is Ashley Jeffery, and this is my final presentation for our Intro to Ethics summer course. Two of the main concepts that I learned was the type of ethics and more views and arguments on abortion. I learned about meta-ethics, normative ethics, and applied ethics, which I had never heard of these three before. I also learned that the one main view of abortion was self-defense argument, which implies that we have a right to our body, and if it's being used non-consensually, then we also have a right to lethal self-defense. And how that ties into abortion is if the mother has an unwanted pregnancy, it's seen as the baby is using her body non-consensually, so she has a right to abort the baby, which is also like the lethal self-defense, like I had mentioned. I also learned that some people identify a fetus once they are birthed. Some say it's either in the first, second, or third trimester that they're considered an actual human being. Others say as soon as the sperm and egg combine. And finally, some say once the egg is implanted in the uterus after so many days. Some say it's in between like 7 and 14 days. Finally, I got a better understanding on how scientists characterize human life. The three main characteristics that they were mentioning was dynamic stability, which means reaching a level of maturity to maintain the same form and structure. Teleology, which is the organism's parts are organized in an internal teleological manner. And then organized complexity, which also goes along with teleology, that the internal structures are regulated by basic operating instructions. The most difficult part of this course was understanding the different types of ethics and trying to understand other viewpoints of abortion. It was hard to put my views aside and understand the other views to be able to come up with enough info to write the essays. And then it was also hard to differentiate between the three types of ethics. For how much time I spent per week, it was estimated about 3 to 5 hours a week. It took me about an hour to read each article and then another hour or so to come up with my responses for the essays. It took me a little bit longer for the longer articles that I read, and then not as long for the shorter articles that I had read. What surprised me was that I thought ethics was more like morality and what we thought individually rather than what was good, like how to act good, when to act good, what is goodness. Ethics has always just seemed more of like a mindset to me rather than like actions that we take as a person. Finally, my comments was I really enjoyed the course. I like how it was all opened at the beginning, so we could either do everything all at once or pace it out throughout the few weeks to do it individually. And it was kind of hard because instructions were fairly vague, but it also pushed me to figure out how to create solutions to the assignments given. But overall, I really did enjoy it. Thank you.